finds a wallet on the ground filled with money. She takes the wallet to the address on the driver's license but keeps the money inside the wallet. I'm sorry, Miss Farmer, I don't get this.
Just place an X on the lifeline in the appropriate place.
No, I mean, I know what to do. I don't get this. You can't just lump things into two categories. Things aren't that simple.
The lifeline is divided that way.
Well, life isn't that simple. I mean, who cares if Ling Ling returns the wallet and keeps the money? It has nothing to do with either fear or love.
Fear and love are the deepest of human emotions.
Okay, but you're not listening to me. There are other things that need to be taken into account here, like the whole spectrum of human emotion. You can't just lump everything into these two categories and then just deny everything else.
If you don't complete the assignment, you'll get a 0 for the day.
To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying?
To live side by side in, 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 to live side by side to live side by side.
So, bit of a slow start there as I was just getting set up. Do apologise if things didn't start quite quickly, if we could not spoil the game for everyone, as we are still in warm-up. That being said, should be heading into knife soon. Hopefully I don't get any more connection issues or anything. So we do have all the players now loaded in. Should be interesting while I wait just to pull up the league. Usually have another person with me just to tell me the stats, but looks like I've got to do the work for two today. As we jump into knife round. Okay, Luxor Esports Academy is going to win the knife round, so it'll be up to them, and they will choose to stay on the CT side to start off. Bit of background on these two teams. Native have played 3, they've won 1 and lost 2, whilst Luxor Esports Academy picking up 1 win, but they do have 4 losses, so played 5 games in total. Statistically, you could say Native are favoured here, but they both have 1 win each, so could certainly go either way. I know the Luxor Academy will certainly be searching for that second win as well, just to get a little bit of confidence. As we see a little bit of aggression towards mid from Native. J guys looking to pick up something. Cito essentially catching a few Native players off guard there, doing a little bit of damage. Bonker's getting taken down. We're just left with Father. Does have an inkling there's a player up there. Knocks Valkyrie down to 1 HP. Definite advantage for Father. Just needs to land 1 shot here onto Valkyrie. He's going to see him in just a moment. Puts himself in a bit of a dangerous situation there. Not sure if he knows he's on 1 HP. And Father, I don't think he quite realises how easy this might be for him here, as he looks to get the bomb down on B site. Nice easy clean up for Father. I certainly think Valkyrie had a little bit of a chance there. Could have picked him off as he pushed back to T main. That being said, first round goes through to Native. That being said, we are going to see the CTs force up. We're going to see a Scout and a UMP, followed by a couple of CZs and a Deagle. So, let's not count anything out here, because not completely a massive advantage here for Native. It's Fonkers able to trade that one out for his team. 4 versus 4. So it looks like Native is still probing sites at the moment, just figuring out where they want to go bomb. Although we are seeing some aggression towards A. Bomb not choosing to go anywhere just yet, as we do see J guys get taken down in A main. So Native, who originally had the advantage this round, possibly looking like that might not be the case. That being said, we are going to see Bomb move towards the B side. Cito managed to get a little cheeky scout pick there. It's going to make things a little bit more difficult for Father. And Native, who really should be winning this round. Cito last alive. NATO do pick it up, but not the easiest of round for them. And we are going to see Luxor just on pistols. Flay using a P2000. That's why you don't use one of those. So we are going to see Native push onto the A side now, by the looks of things. Bomb just sitting in A main. We do have Cito a little bit behind, but doesn't look like he's going to push anywhere just yet. And all on Cito now, UMP in hand. Does have something to work with. Might look just to play exits, maybe take an AK from J guys if he comes out this way. So a few of the native players choosing to go together. We've got one post pushed outside of Squeaky, and Cito is probably going to quickly realise here that he's not going to get quite what he wants out of this. If he had a kit, he could certainly go for the ninja in this scenario. But certainly doesn't have the time at this point. Save the weapon. Nope. Probably would have been a good idea for him to save there, but chooses in the end not to. Tries to pick the go for the firefight. That being said, we've got some Luxor Academy players now in a situation where they can force. Pull out some weapons. Got a 4-4s and a FAMAS. Some utility as well for the CTs. That being said, we're going to see quite a collective push at the moment. As Native pushing into the B site. Flake could get a few here if he comes through properly. And, you know, Native might not think he's this pushed up. J guys is waiting for it. Does manage to find it, but at the cost of one of his teammates going down. 2 smokes being used there to cover up Palace. Native able to take that one, but once again, you know, not a clean cut round for them. Should be interesting to see what Luxor Academy choose to do here, as we've got Native 4 up at the moment. So we are going to see a CZ being bought. FQN choosing to rotate as we do see Flay go down in mid. Quite an early one as Cito looks to try and get himself in a bit of a flank position. J guys though not going to fall for it. And all of a sudden Luxor Academy looking a little bit thinned. Kylan going to get taken down by Donut. Not seen much of Donut so far. 6 and 2, but not appeared on cast much yet. Captain almost able to FQN even almost able to get a pick as the player pushes up into vent. 5-0 to Native, and this is going to be a round where Luxor Esports Academy, you know, really need to be trying to get something out of this. Down by 5. 2 AWP spot though, so we've got a double AWP set up for Luxor Esports. Let's see if we can try and do something with this. Cito straight away, making it look like the investment of double AWPs could come in handy. Flake will get one here, certainly does. Takes down the player in boost, and that leaves 3 native players now to push A main. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a split. Couple of players going to go squeaky. Smokes coming in to the A site. J guys trying to hide the AWP, but not quite achieving it. A native now in a 2v4 situation against 2 AWPs though. Could be a tricky one for them. J guys close to picking up 2, but the 2 AWPs there proving to just be a little too difficult for Native. Luxor Academy going to pick up their first round. And I think those 2 very early AWP picks critical in the success of that round. And FQN able to pick up 2, probably thinks he should have picked up a lot more. J-Guy's able to take down a few of the Luxor players, trying to even out the score here, but he's still in a tricky situation, 1 versus 3. He needs to be watching his side here as Flake could peek him at any moment. Looks away at just the worst time. So, Luxor now, possibly on a little bit of a comeback. Starting starting to look a little bit better as we take a quick look at the scoreboard. Father on 8 and 4. Valkyrie and Kalen yet to get past the 2-kill mark for Luxor. As we do see a very bunched up native side at the moment. Cito gets a really important AWP pick for his team. That could push back the native players. Maybe, you know, add a little bit of nerves to this push. You know, a lot of utility at the moment being used to slow this down. I think it is going to work, and I think this is going to force native to completely change plans on what they were originally going to do. Father now trying to get a pick onto the B site. Looks like we are going to see the Luxor players slowly gravitate towards B as they realise where this is going to be. But FKaz and Father with the Molotov. Native now free reign at the B site when it was all looking quite good for Luxor. Valkyrie choosing to run out at not a great time there. And Luxor, you've got some decision making to do. 2 versus 3 situation. Both have kits, so they can do this. Now just making that a little bit harder as we do see Father take down Flay and FQN. You've got a lot to do if you want to make this one work. 1 versus 3. Looks like they are going to try and take that M4 off his hands, but just as I say that, bit of Caster's Curse, we are going to see them all exit out of the same route. They know where FQN is, and I think they're just going to opt to save their weapons, as we're going to see another round on the board for native. Father, if he's quick, could have got one there. So, 1 up being carried over to the Luxor team. Another one going to come out, so we've got 2 AWPs here. A couple of players not on the best of buys, but you know, if we can see Luxor Academy get those early AWP picks, then you know, it can change things quite drastically, and we could also see players upgrading weapons as well. So. Bit more of a quieter start so far. Oh, and Flay. Bit of a swift AWP kill there. Didn't quite see him on my screen even, so quite an important AWP pick for him there. That could even the sides a little bit more considering the weaponry of the Luxor players. Also a weapon to pick up as well if they choose to venture in there, and that's what FQN exactly is going to do. Trades himself up to an AK, as we do see native now is going to push an assault onto the B site. Kylan picks a really poor time to peek out. He was just pre-firing it. Cito now needs to go big for his team. Manages to get Donut. All of a sudden, not looking too good for native. And Cito manages to claim the round for his team there. Just going to sit on the bomb. Maybe lay an egg. I think more specifically waiting for his team, just seeing if they can upgrade at all. FQN managing to take an AWP from mid, and we're going to see Luxor continue with the double AWP setup. Definitely working for them. Great change of strategy. Good points made out in chat about head armor, but that being said, both teams at the moment looking quite even as we see Luxor Academy make a little bit of a comeback. Not been totally successful some rounds with this double AWP setup, but so far I think they've won 3 and lost 1 while they've been in terms of rounds while having this double AWP setup. So can certainly see them continue here. CEO could get caught out here as he pushes out a little bit too far, but manages to find Foncast because of it. Donut looking to push forward and try and get the trade, but I think it's going to be a little too late here. Cito could find him if he peeks up at the right time. Does see a Donut now. What are you doing, Cito? And Cito could get even more as we do see one player boosted up. He's not going to stick around though. It's probably not wise to get in a name duel versus this guy, as we are going to see Native go to that B site that they seem to love all so well in these previous rounds. Father possibly going to push around and pick up Kalen, but well predicted there as the smoke comes in. And we're going to see FKaz last alive as he flashes through the smoke. Could get bombed down for his team, but FQN is there to stop that money coming in from the T's. 4-6. So Native originally looking like they could run away with it, but we are now starting to see Luxor pick up some of the rounds here, and Native, the money not looking so good as we see, you know, CZs and pistols coming out for them, and I think, you know, with the way that Luxor plays, it's going to be difficult for them. So we're going to see some boosts coming over. Cito not in his usual position, so they might have a bit more success than what they usually would. Flay needs to be very careful. Smokes himself out on highway. And Native total mid control with these weapons, with these pistols. Oh, Flay almost getting caught out, but just a barrage of utility at the moment onto these players. Cito, he's going to chase him with it as well. Knows he's having to reload. Oh, Cito though, getting caught out by Donut. Not quite able to retrieve the AWP, and 2 versus 2 despite pistols, just as I say that though. Father does run in and get himself taken out. Donut on his own now, and it's probably going to be a case of just seeing if he can communicate with his teammate and, you know, teammates maybe try and recover a weapon from this and then play from there possibly, but 1 bullet with the CZ. Hopefully he does realise this before going into a gunfight. Oh, FQN though, so close here in the smoke. Who's going to see each other first? Bit of a standoff, but it's going to be FQN. That spot gets the first spot. That being said though, Native on pistols got that into a very close scenario. You know that you need to be doing better than that if you if you're gonna look to take rounds on full buys and whatnot. If they're gonna struggle against sort of CZs. That being said, don't take anything away from the power of the pocket AK. And Cito, just when I wasn't quite expecting him to get a frag, does manage to find one. We could see a boost coming out here from Cito. Just lying in wait. No one's going to peek through and get in. A little bit suspicious that we could see a Native push. Does change his position. Do see Father flashed, and CEO is going to take him down with quick fashion. 3v3, Native going to take control of the B site at the moment. I mean, so we do have Luxor players coming in from all angles. FQN with a nice little shot there onto Foncast. Flay teaming up with Valkyrie there to finish off the Native team. That's going to bring it into 6-6. We've got a close game here now. And if you look at the previous rounds here, it's looking a lot better than, for Luxor Esports Academy than it is for Native. In the past 8 rounds, Native have only won 1. They did have a strong start, but that's all seemed to be dwindling away at the moment. Native, I think, are going to have to start changing some things. 3 Deagles, an AK, and a UMP, as we do see them return to that P site once again. Looks like Foncast Fonka, Cito even with an early leg, but Hefkers with the J guys as well, and getting a lesson here on how to use the Deagle. And all of a sudden, just as we were singing the praises of Luxor Esports Academy, not looking so great at the moment for them. FQN in a 1v5 situations. Do see three players for the native side on low HP. That being said, FQN picking up this AWP here probably means that he is going to save it. Probably wants to move away from where he is unless he's playing for the exits. Or native doing their usual strategy, exiting out the same way they have done on previous occasions. Could be a firefight here as J guys. Possibly looking to see this one out. FQN just missing the shot there. Is going to carry the AWP on to the next round as native, taking the lead again, and we are going to see a pause coming out from the Luxor Esports Academy side. Possibly seeing a change in the play, wanting to maybe just regain control, as FQN wants everyone to ignore his open. Don't think we can. That being said, impressive start from native, followed by a good comeback from the Luxor Esports Academy team. While we have a little pause, I'm just going to reach for the light. Can probably see a little bit better what I'm doing now. As we do resume play now. So we are going to see Fonkus move to the boost position. Native choosing to go to the to A for a change. We've seen them, put a lot of pressure on B in these previous rounds. Maybe looking to find a little bit of success here, as we do have Cito pushed into the vent. Fonkus predicting it though, doing a little bit of Molotov damage here. As we do wait for a decision on native, which round, which site they want to go for at the moment. Not quite committed just yet, and we are going to start seeing them move around to that B site, which they like so much. Cito on his own on site at the moment, probably not expecting what's about to come to him. We'll hear the steps any second, and we'll probably be relaying this to his teammates as we speak. But we do see farther on that site, could keep at least one player on there with a little bit of a lurking presence. We're not going to see a rotate just yet from these Esports Academy team. Cito though, almost a great play there, timed it perfectly, and I think unfortunately just wasn't quite able to hit the shots. I think this is probably just going to make it possibly a little too difficult now for the Luxor team. Flay and FQN need to really pick up some kills now. The native making great use of utility, just completely kept Luxor Esports Academy at bay, and they're going to have to save now because they simply just don't have the time to go for the frags and get the kills, and native regaining control of the game possibly now. There's definitely going to be a firefight here. Native do look to come out this way. Does get traded up though, FQN. Making sure that it's not completely in vain. Moving over the AWP. As we see an M4 and an AWP for the Luxor Esports Academy team, but it's going to be a difficult one for them. We should be seeing native pick up another round here, but we'll see how it goes. Valkyrie pushed up mid. We also have FQN as well in a really precautious area. And Squeaky, if he holds this, could possibly get a couple here. Oh, we've got a couple of players. Flash comes out. Not quite able to do it. They do spot him. But FQN, while full flash, managing to get a kill, and just didn't quite expect that one. Oh, bit of lag coming out as well. So I'm just trying to figure out if it's a player or if it was me that caused a little bit of the stutter there, but it looks like we are back to normal again. As we have 2 Luxor Academy players left. Native here should have a clear walk onto the A side, but we do have Kylan slowly making his way in with the AWP. If he turns this corner though, he's going to be met by Father sat on Fork. And certainly will. Father managing to pick up a double, and that's going to finish it off for the first half. So Native getting a little bit of control there, but Luxor looking like they were definitely going to run away with it at one point as well. So could certainly go either way. It's going to be interesting to see if the academy team, you know, has got the strats and the ability to make T side work for them. Definitely not worth taking anything away from this academy side. A little bit of a mix-up as we see Luxor do manage to get the bomb down. 2 versus 3. Donut could get caught out by FQN here. Oh, but he's in a really tricky situation now as the native players do figure out where he is. Big round for native. You know, that's one that Luxor Esports Academy would have been looking to take on the following 2, which someone regard should be guaranteed, but in these types of games, not always the case. That being said, as we do see Luxor choose to not really purchase any weapons here. Probably a smart play, but it should see Native take the 11th round as FKers could cheekily make his way over here, but never mind. A little bit anticlimactic there. That being said, has found himself pushed over. Come on, FKers. A little bit disappointing there. He's going to be kicking himself with that one, but J Guys is definitely going to do the cleanup job. He's got 3. Could pick up Valkyrie as well. Certainly will make that 4. Six to 11 as we go into round 18. In terms of chat, who does everyone think is going to take this one? Are you on the side of native with the round advantage at the moment, or does anyone think Luxor Esports Academy is going to make the comeback here? J Guys in a really great spot there to get one, Father to take the other one, and that's a bit of a dent now in Luxor Academy as a bit of an unexpected push into mid, and by unexpected I mean even I didn't expect it and I wasn't able to get to the footage. Not quite understanding why they didn't commit 2 players to that. Some really great shots from Father coming through the smoke, and I think that's just going to about cap it for this round as FQN. Yeah, I'd suggest on the side of having a really great game to cast, a comeback would be good, but I think it's going to be difficult now. I think Luxor Esports starting to show the cracks at this point. You know, T side is one where, you know, sort of the individual skills not as important as the teamwork, and I think maybe that might come into effect here. You know, the way Native play at the moment, so clutch, you know, clutched up together. If one goes down, they're ready to get the trade, and I think this is going to be it here. Manages to get two, but the way Native are playing that at the end of the round, seeking for the player, they're just in a position to just get that traded out and take no risks. Don't give the player a chance to, you know, move back into the unknown and potentially get quite a few kills here. And this puts Luxor Esports Academy in a bit of a tricky situation. Out on pistols. Might see a fast B push as FQN leads the charge here. But Fonker's gonna get caught off guard. Only has an AWP on him. So doesn't have really that stopping power of an M4 to take out multiple targets, and it is gonna get taken down. So it was a little bit disadvantaged, but Valkyrie not able to get the spray transfer. Very quick round, Native able to take it, 6-13. I think at this point, unfortunately, it's going to be difficult for you to put any bets on Luxor Academy to take this one. Had a really great run on their CT side. Showed some real quality from players like Cito and FQN. Must be waiting for some kind of call at the moment before executing a smoke down middle, but I'd suggest they're probably not going to push it. Looks like it might be some form of diversion. Once again, Luxor Academy seem to be focusing on the middle of the map. We do now see a Luxor push on to B. Does seem hard to follow, unfortunately, these Luxor players, and the strats they're making are very almost uncoordinated sometimes. Oh, FQN takes down FKaz. Unfortunately, his teammate there floor banging and him returning fire. Being unfortunate in the end, Flay with a really great pick onto Heaven, but not able to finish it up onto J guys. And Native going to take the 14th round. I think Luxor Esports Academy probably looking for a bit of structure. Don't have the monies here to buy up completely, but looks like we're going to see some force in here. Valkyrie could have bought an AK-47 for one of his players, regardless of the fact that he did have that weapon. That being said, he's the one to get taken down first. Oh, gets caught out mid-air by Father, and it's getting bad to worse now for Luxor Academy. Just see the tip of J Guy's head. Gonna get an easy pick onto him, nice little headshot. But Flay, 1 versus 2, has a lot to do if he wants to get a win from this game at this moment. Native just need that one round to at least steal some points. Or a point even. That's not going to be the case. Native to bring it to 15 rounds. But unfortunately now, does look more and more like we are going to see this Native win. As not an if, but more of a when. Native will be happy though with it, picking up their second win, bringing that up to 2 wins and 2 losses if they manage to get this round. I mean, if Luxor Academy are quick here, they could just walk straight onto A site with some well-placed smokes. Donut managing to get a smoke down. Probably needs to play for a little bit of info here, let the rest of his team know what's going on. That should be enough to force a rotation from some of the Native players. Donut to be the only one on site so far, and Luxor going to take advantage from that. Valkyrie boosting himself up there, and probably not a great idea when you you should be expecting multiple native players to be pushing you from all sides. A little bit questionable even. Yeah, going to see a 3v3 situation. The health definitely favouring the native side, even more so now as we've got two Luxor Academy players on very little HP. Cito to be the last one left in a 1 versus 2 situation. The bomb's not planned for him. He's going to have to push him farther. Going to finish that one up for his team. Native taking the win there. Really strong CT side and unfortunately a bit of a weak Luxor Academy T side. Mistakes being made unfortunately in multiple different areas. Not looking like they've got much in terms of structure. And unfortunately, I think that's been their downfall in the end. But a good game from Native. I think Luxor Academy will be happy with their CT performance, having a really great run in the first half. I think they probably have a lot of weaknesses if they were to watch this one back and identify those and work on those. That's the point of academy team at the end of the day, though, is to learn and to progress. And I think they certainly will. Games like this, it's going to be a learning curve for them. Overall, though, good game for Native, picking up their second win. That moves them to 2 wins and 2 losses out of 4 played. That's going to bring Luxor Esports Academy, however, up to 6 games played. They're going to be 1-5. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be, well, I think almost certainly going to be it for them in terms of the tournament. But I think the more important thing for a team like Luxor Esports Academy is it's all going to be about just the progression and the learning. So definitely not to be hanging their heads in shame with that one. Take it as a positive and just move on from it. That being said, no more games today. Thank you very much for those that have tuned in. I will be looking into what I can cast in terms of tomorrow. That will be on my Twitter, so just keep your eye out for that one. Twitter is on the screen at the moment if people are interested in following it. Also, if you ever want to message me, ask me any questions, or if you're looking for any opportunities in terms of possibly appearing as a guest caster for a game every now and then, please feel free just to tweet me or message me on Twitter. That being said, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow for whatever game we choose to cast. If you've got a game that that you want us to cast as well, feel free to tweet me or message me on Discord. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that